Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Mpumi and Co with Funds and Gelo, where investing meets more. We are back to another week, and I won't lie to you guys, man. This week looks like it's gonna be a very busy week. We're having an abundance of news that are gonna be hitting US news. That is right. So what we're gonna be doing right now is that we're gonna be looking at the news. When can we expect news on which particular days? Then we're gonna be doing a quick recap. Then afterwards, we're gonna be diving into each particular currency pair and index to see where we can expect entries in the market, where I'm most likely going to be placing my entries, right? So without further waste of time, I can see that basically on investing.com, that's the app that I use to basically look for the news to see on which days can I expect news and etc. Right. So we can see that on Wednesday we're having news from 4:30 in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night. Right. Then on Thursday we're having news from 2:30 in the afternoon until 7 o'clock at night. Right. So you can see that from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're also having PPI 2:30. We can see that we're having a lot of news, and there's different types of news that are heading, right? You can go check it out on investing.com, right? So now let's quickly do a quick recap, then look for potential entries. Without further wasting time, let's dive in. So let's look at, this is GBPUSD, right? So last week we capitalized, or the week before we capitalized on this entry, which I gave out in one of my previous market breakdowns, right? So we're looking for entries for GBPUSD. We'll come back to it. Let's look at USDZAR because we're doing a quick recap right now, right? Just to get the feel of what's happening. So basically we had a downtrend and everything, and I already see where I'm gonna be placing my entries. We'll get back to that. EURUSD, EURUSD is looking very interesting, and I will also get back to that, right? So now let's look at the indices. We're having Nasdaq, right? Looking very promising too. This month looks like it's a month where we're gonna be getting entries, right? So also gold is looking interesting, and lastly S&P 500, right? And also we are looking for potential entry. So basically every index and every currency we're looking for potential entry. So right now let's first start off with USDZAR. Right, let's start with the local currency. Let's start with our local currency versus the US dollar, right? So guys, when we look at USDZAR, right, we can see, I can see two potential entries, right? Two potential areas. Let me quickly show you the areas. Then afterwards, I will explain why I want to enter at the particular area, or those particular areas, right? This is my first potential area, and this is the second potential area, right? So when we go into the daily, we can see, and you can also see it on the 4-hour time frame, that we are having a downtrend from November 2023. The market has been consolidating until the market eventually broke to the upside. So normally when the market consolidates, it means that there's a price balance between sellers and buyers. So it's either the market can break for buyers or it can break for sellers, and you can see that it broke for sellers, right? So we're basically in a downtrend. When you dive into the 4-hour time frame, we have our 4-hour trend, which is highlighted in green, right? It's highlighted in green. So basically trends in trends. So basically right now we also hit our major key level, our daily key level, which is a support. When we zoom back again quickly, we can see that the market has respected this area in the past before. So let me just do this. Let me just quickly do this. So basically when we zoom out, we can see that the market has respected this area before. So the market broke out, pushed to the upside, had our resistance, came back at the support and respected. So we can expect a similar play within the market, right? We can expect a similar play, or the market can take a downturn and head for the resistance or for the support right here. So right now we want to see in what direction the market is going to take. So we need to plan for both either buying or selling opportunities, and that's why I have a buying area here and a selling area here, because the market can take either route. It can go to the downside or it can proceed going to the upside. So when you look at the trends, right, we can see that the market is respecting the support of this trend. So we can expect the market to complete this trend, also breaking the 4-hour trend and continuing, right? And if it does that, we'll eat the market here and until the next resistance area right here, where we can see that we have a nice beautiful zone area. So there'll be our high probability entries for USDZAR, right? Because right now we want to allow the market to play and pick a direction. Once we have a direction, that's when we'll go in for our entries. So if the market breaks this trend, retests, we can expect the market to continue going down, thus respecting this 4-hour trend right here, right? Respecting this 4-hour trend, creating a new trend going back to the downside, and we can capitalize on this area right here. So that's basically it for USDZAR, right? So let me know what you guys think, and if my analysis is similar to yours, let me know on which entry levels you guys plan on entering, and also let me know why, right, guys? So let's just share and just grow together and build a community of technical traders that can use technical trading to profit out of the market, obviously, right? And to become a long-term successful trader. So GBPUSD. So basically, when you go back to the daily, right? Let's go back to the daily. We had a nice beautiful trend. The market broke out of this trend, and it looks like the market has broken back into this trend, right? That's one thing that is literally just interesting, and an indication that we also might be going down, right? So that's why I had to place in my potential entry area here. I want to make sure that this is not just the fake out that's going to push back out. As you can see, at the first breakout, the market came back, created a end correction, and we ate that end pulse, right? Which this setup I also gave out literally here on my YouTube channel, my previous market breakdowns, right? We're just following, and we're going to be doing this week in and week out, right? So if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, right? So right now we can see that the market has broken back into our daily trend, also breaking out of our 4-hour trend, right? So two things can happen. The market can either continue going back out, right, and creating newer highs, or the market might respect this trend and look forward to completing this downward movement right here. So right now we can see we have a support area here, which is highlighted in a zone, right? It's a zone, this zone that I use right here, the rectangular box, that's our zone. So we can see that the market bought at the support, right? So we can expect the market to also fail to break below and continue going up. It's also a possibility. So once the market breaks out of this box and comes back and retest, now we have much more high probability. Our trade becomes a high probability because the market failed to respect, and the market is also breaking back into our trend, right? And also we can see that the market is also forming some form of reversal pattern right now. It's forming some form of reversal pattern. What is our reversal pattern that we get on the resistance, right? On the resistance, normally it is a head and shoulder, or an M formation. As you can see, the market is forming some form of an M formation, right? So we would need the market to break this M retest, then we can capitalize, right? So that's basically the logic behind me placing my entries at that particular area. For buys, we would need the market to break back out of this trend, right? It would have to break out of this trend, then we'll look for entries back to this resistance area, right here, right? And also the market needs to also to retest, right? It can either go back to retest before actually heading down, or it can actually go back up, break back in, and continue going up, right? So basically when it gets here we sell. When it gets back up here, we'll look for buying opportunities. EURUSD was the latest market breakdown I gave up, which also proceeded to be successful. It was a successful trade. It was also featured in my previous market breakdowns for anybody who's new and hasn't tuned in. So we also gave out this signal, this market breakdown, where I stated that I will be looking for entries at the break of this chain right here, right? Why? Because the market failed to break. It made a double top right here, double top formation. It failed to break above. It broke back into our daily resistance. We have a daily resistance which is highlighted in red. It broke back in and we managed to capitalize, and now we've hit a support area, right? We hit a support area. So two things can happen. The market can continue to respect this trend and push towards the upside, and if it does that, we'll look for buying opportunities here to complete our daily trend, which is red, and our for our trend, which is highlighted in green, right? So this will be the best place for me to enter. That's where I would deem my high probability entries. Now for sells, the market can also respect. Let me raise everything. Okay, let's zoom out again. Let's zoom out. So we can also see that the market, like I stated, this is a daily resistance key level. If you look at the daily, we can see that the market always it's respected here, and it also respected here. It created a fake out, then market pushed back down, and now we're back here. So it's possible for the market to also respect it again, or the market will push out, break above, and if it does, we'll look for our entries right here, right? So right now, if the market breaks, this is where we're gonna be looking for ourselves. We have a nice area here. So basically we'll be looking for sells. We would need the market to first break this trend, come and retest, then push back down. But this is the area where we're gonna be looking for our entries to go towards the downside, right? Towards the downside, and we will exit at this zonal area right here, just before the market touches down on the daily support, right? So as you can see, this is our daily support. If I zoom out, we want to exit before the daily support, right? Because we understand that at the support, the market might buy. We are looking for buying opportunities at the support. So this is where I will look for my selling opportunities for EURUSD. So right now let's dive into indices, man. Let's start off with S&P 500. It's pretty straightforward. The market has been beautiful, respecting trends beautifully. The market had a support, market respected, right? So now we're looking for entries, right? We can see we have a trend inside a trend. We have a bullish daily trend and a 4 hours bullish trend, right? So we're playing within the bullish 4 hour bullish trend, and we're also playing within the daily bullish trend. So what does this mean? It means that long term you're looking for buying opportunities. Our buying opportunities, our buying edges, our buying entry areas will be holding us high probability, because in an overall bullish market, given that you know how to enter the market, right? So basically, I'm here to show you guys how I enter the market and how I use my knowledge to find areas which I personally deem high probability for me, right? So as you can see, let me just put in this trend, and I will apply the knowledge behind this art that I've created, right? So trading treated as art. Like me, if you are not talented, like if you're not a talented artist or what, but you do love art, you know that you can go learn how to do art. There's a lot of artists who do that, right? Think of forex like that. And you are an artist that does not know or does not have the skills to draw or create artworks, right? So what you would, but you have a passion for art and you want to learn. So what would you do? You'll get a mentor, somebody who will teach you, and once you have the knowledge, you'll be able to do it yourself. So just the same thing as trading, you just need to learn, and once you do learn, you'll finally be a good trader, right? So basically, we had a very strong impulse move, right? From the support of the 4 hour trend, right? We had a strong support. Now the market is correcting towards the downside. And like I stated, guys, when the market is still impulsing, we first need the market to push back down. You can go check out my previous analysis to also help you see how I apply my mind week in and week out, right? You can go do that and study and take a few tips from how I do my thing in order to enhance your own trading skills, right? So like I said, we need a correction. So we've been patient and the correction has been happening, but what we need right now is the market to come retest on our key level before going to the upside, right? But the market hasn't quite reached that area yet, our area of interest yet. So we're just gonna wait and see if the market will push back down or if it will just continue without giving us corrections from this key level right here. But this is where I will be looking for entries. Literally, I'll be looking for entries right about here. This is my area that I'm gonna be looking for my more high probability entries, right? So gold is also respecting the previous setup, guys. Remember from the previous setup, these are notes from the previous setup, right? Let me just remove the notes. So we haven't had entries since then, but the market is respecting and doing exactly what I wanted to do, right? Like I stated in my previous, we need the market to correct before we go in for our killer buying opportunities, right? So basically, right now, right now, the market created a very strong impulse. Let's go to the 4 hours. We had a strong impulse correction and impulse which broke out of this trend, right? Since the market broke out of impulsively, we can expect continuations, right? So once the market comes back to this level right here and gives us those retests, we'll be going in. I'll be personally going in with entries at that particular area. If the market breaks back down, if it chooses to break back down, we'll be looking for buying opportunities at this area right here. We'll be looking for entries, yeah, right? So in order for us to look for selling opportunities, we need the market to first break back within this trend so we can have high, because I trade with the market. It depends on how you personally trade, but since I trade with the market with the overall momentum, if the overall is buy, I'm looking for all-time buy. And if the overall momentum is sell, then I'm looking for all-time sell. Even though we do have sessions, periods where the market buys within a downtrend, and we have moments where the market sells within an uptrend. So we just use that area. We use those corrections. We use that as corrections. Then we go in for our kills. So basically, that's it for gold. So this is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is our final index you're gonna be looking at. All right. So Nasdaq, it's you're looking for two entry areas. As you can see, also Nasdaq has been in a nice bullish trend. We're expecting the market to complete this whole bullish trend, right? That's basically the expectation. But now we need to find the entries, the areas where we're gonna find the most probability entries, right? So basically, the market created a very strong impulse. Now it's correcting. This is my entry area. I would need the market to first come back, give us those retest on this support, right here. We need retest from this support. Then after an entry, nice beautiful entry area would be here, a whole 2% move, right? Then we will be risking around about 0.73, right? So this will only be advisable if an account is, you have a nice account, a reasonable account that can sustain, and you don't use heavy lot sizes, right? So this is where I would enter. I'll have the stop loss just below the support right there, because I know if it breaks below the support, the market might continue going down. Or if the market, as you can see, the market broke out of this trend and gave us those retests, we can also expect impulses. And if it does impulse, we will capitalize on this impulse going towards the upside, right? So this will be another entry area, because we're playing within the 4-hour trend, and we're also playing within the daily trend, which are both bullish, right? We want the overall goal basically is to complete both these trends, right? So that's basically the overall goal. So the market might come back down, regenerate, or go back down or push back up, but those are the two entry areas that we're gonna be looking forward to capitalizing, man. All right. So, man, it's your boy Mpumi and Co. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what y'all thought, and if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and if you're new, until next time.